Yo, welcome back to another Mouse Plus video. It's been a minute since I've sat down and recorded a video like this. Today I just want to talk about my most anticipated games coming this year, because unfortunately I am a gamer. I know this is a huge point of contention for people, but I do play a lot of video games and I'm kind of a dweeb, so let's just get right into it. Of course, to start it off, two games I am very excited for: Like a Dragon, Gaiden, the Man Who Erased His Name. It's a long ass title, but the Yakuza series moving forward gonna be titled Like a Dragon. It's kind of confusing, but this game is a smaller scale side story kind of Yakuza game that is supposed to bridge gaps between 6, 7, and the upcoming Yakuza 8, which I believe comes out in 2024. I'm really excited for this game because the last modern Kiryu game we had was Kiwami 2, and since then Judgment and Lost Judgment came out. I played them both, they're fucking amazing. And it brought back style switching in combat, and in general really fixed up the Dragon engine and how it feels overall. And the second game, Like a Dragon Ishin, is a remake, remaster, and localization of the original Like a Dragon Ishin from 2014 that never got released in the West. It's a spin-off game that takes place in historical Japan. You can have dual swords, you can shoot motherfuckers, there's crazy spells and shit. I've gone out of my way to not learn too much about this game because I really want to experience it as blind as I can. I'm really excited to play an RGG Studio game on release since I started playing Yakuza about a year and a half ago. It's a first for me starting the series, so I can't wait. Another reboot, remake, remaster I want to talk about is Risk of Rain Returns. Now, I'm a huge fan of Risk of Rain 2 and never really got into the original because, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a scrub and the game's really hard. Risk of Rain Returns is a reimagining of the first game that added a bunch of content that fixes up outdated parts of the game, such as online co-op, and they're also doing a rebalance, which I think is going to be a really fun way to play the original game, and I'm going to grab it on release sometime this year. I played the demo of Angerfoot last year and it was such an exhilarating, fun experience. It has over-the-top combat and music, and it blends together into this kind of first-person Hollow Mammy kind of feel, which is another game I love very much. The art style is bright and flashy. This game is just completely ridiculous. I mean, the enemies even start Fortnite dancing on you after they kill you. As soon as I saw the trailer for this game, I knew I had to play it, and I'm excited for the release later this year. Another game I've been following for a minute is Skate Story, a skating game where you play as a demon made out of glass and pain. I was floored when I finally saw a trailer for this game after only seeing teasers on Twitter for what feels like forever. I think the aesthetic and vibes of this game are near immaculate, and it just seems so unique and stylistic. It just seems like a super interesting game. I believe only made by 1 or 2 devs, so it's probably going to be an amazing experience. Team Reptile's next game, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, is the first game they made outside of the Lethal League universe, which is a game I think that's really cool even though I've only played it about a handful of times. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is the spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, classic roller skating tagging game I'm sure a lot of people are aware of, and I want to say I'm kind of a poser. I really like the Y2K aesthetic, but I've never actually played Jet Set Radio. If I have the time, maybe I'll try to play it before this game comes out. I think Team Reptile has fantastic character design and hella iconic characters from Lethal League. Shout out Candyman. So this game will probably knock it out of the park. I mean, it just looks really fucking cool. I've only recently looked more into Redfall, and it's been sounding more and more interesting the more I hear about it. It's an open world co-op FPS developed by the same devs of Dishonored, Prey, and Deathloop, with some cited inspirations of games like Borderlands and Far Cry. Now, I'm not too heavy into the campy vampire aesthetic, but I think this game has some pretty good potential to be a good co-op game, and I think it's also releasing on Game Pass, so yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. Alright, now it's time to talk about the big boy sequels coming out this year, starting with PAYDAY 3. Now, we actually don't know that much about this game. We only got a teaser trailer for a logo as of now. I am a massive fan of Payday 2 and I've been playing it off and on for years at this point. It's always been noticeably held down by its outdated engine and bloated DLC. I really wonder how a sequel to this game would look because Payday 2 has stood the test of time as the best heist game, hands down. I don't think any other game has really come close, so I really hope that this sequel can live up to the legacy of Payday 2. Now again, we haven't seen any gameplay at all for a game coming out this year, which is a little bit worrying, but maybe they're planning to do an early access release or a winter release, so we'll see. Hades 2 will be releasing in early access though, and I am so fucking excited to get into Hades again. The original game was a really solid roguelike with an interesting take on Greek mythology. Supergiant Games always nails character design and art direction. Hades is great, I love Transistor. I never played Pyre or Bastion, so I might have to do that one day. The reveal trailer featured the new protagonist and revealed that the antagonist will probably be Kronos, a titan, which is really intriguing. All the characters are hot, the graphics are great, the gameplay and roguelike mechanics can only get better. This game has insane potential and it's probably an immediate buy for me even in early access. I played the first Hades in early access and when I hopped on it was still really polished and it kind of just seemed like more content updates rather than playing on unstable builds, but yeah, I can't wait for Hades 2. Now, Blizzard is an awful company. Diablo Immortal is very close to an actual human rights violation, but still, after all these years, the only ARPG that had me gamer glued to my chair was Diablo 3. It had a great amount of polish and the visual effects stimulated my child brain. I think if Diablo 4 has a good launch and absolutely no controversy, it'll end up having incredible staying power. But let's be real, there's a good chance that a couple things on launch will be fucked and, you know, at this point I'm just kind of expecting it. The footage we've seen so far has looked amazing, it sounds promising, I'm gonna play at launch, I'm a sucker, but you know, I've been looking forward to this game for actually years now, so yeah, I can't wait. Cook Serve Delicious is an indie series that I've played a while back. I beat 1, played a bit of 2 and 3. It's a fantastic and satisfying cooking game where the recipes are like typing or controller combos, and you're trying to go as fast as possible. I think it's overall a really fun game. I think Cook Serve Forever is supposed to be some kind of revamp. I think there's only one small trailer, but I'm looking forward to see what this game is, and it just seems interesting. I got like 90% into Spiderman 1 on the PS5 recently. I still need to play the DLC and Miles Morales, but overall I think Spider-Man 2 will probably be a good game. The first game has insanely fluid combat, really cool set pieces, and I thought it was really fun. So, you know, second game, let's go. Insomniac is also making a Wolverine game, which I think I'm even more interested in that, but I don't think that's anytime soon, so. Alright, so I'm kind of a poser on this one, because I think I made it like 50 to 60% through Breath of the Wild, but I will probably be playing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out. That's all I really gotta say. I think the game is cool, it has a cool visual aesthetic, it'll just be sick. Now for some games that I'm mildly interested in, or maybe just keeping my eye on this year. If Dead Island 2 gets good reviews, I'd probably end up picking it up after getting burned on Dying Light 2. I always thought that Dying Light 1 was better than Dead Island 1, but maybe this time around it will flip around, so who knows. Probably not, but you know, who knows. All I know about Hellboy Web of Wyrd is that it has a cool comic book style and it's a roguelike, but other than that, I have no idea. If it ends up being cool, I'll probably play it. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is made by Rocksteady of the Arkham trilogy, which I think I want to eventually play through those games again, but I think this game will probably be pretty neat. We've only seen a small reveal of Witchfire, but you know, Destiny 2 gameplay without all the snoozer sci-fi shit and awful monetization model. I'm pretty interested to see if this game will do good or not, but other than that, I don't know much about it. And finally, Minecraft Legends. I have no fucking clue about this one, but if it's on Game Pass, I will probably download it and play it. So yeah, that's about it. Just some games I'm looking forward to this year. If you're looking forward to something, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I missed something in this list. Overall, I think 2023 will probably be a pretty strong year for gamers like me and you. If you enjoyed this video or this type of content, Check my other videos out, subscribe to me, leave a like, leave a comment, share it on Twitter and on Facebook and on Pinterest. Yeah, have a great day. See ya.